Welcome to this in-depth deep dive into a critical cybersecurity threat that plagues modern networks. Pass the hash, often abbreviated as PTH. This powerful technique allows attackers to authenticate to a remote server or service simply by using a user's existing password hash, bypassing the need for the actual plaintext password entirely. Pass the hash exploits fundamental weaknesses in how Windows authentication protocols, particularly the widely used NTLM, handle and process user credentials during authentication. In normal operation, instead of transmitting the plaintext password over the network, the Windows system generates and sends a cryptographic hash of the password, which the receiving system verifies against its own hash computation. Once an attacker compromises a target system, they can easily extract these valuable NTLM hashes directly from the system's memory, known as a SAS process, or from the local SAM database on the machine. With these extracted hashes in hand, attackers can then replay or reuse them directly to authenticate to other systems and services across the network without any modification. This capability enables extensive lateral movement within the environment, empowering the attacker to expand their foothold and access additional high-value targets without ever requiring the original plaintext passwords. To illustrate, picture a common real-world scenario where an attacker first gains initial access to a low-privilege workstation through phishing or another vector. From there, they deploy specialized tools like the popular Mimikatz to dump the NTLM hashes of currently logged-in users straight from the workstation's memory. Armed with these legitimate hashes, the attacker can now attempt pass-the-hash authentication against other critical machines, such as a domain controller or sensitive file server. The unsuspecting target server receives the presented hash challenge response and, unable to distinguish it from a genuine request, validates it successfully and grants the attacker full access. This method completely bypasses traditional password-based security controls and measures, since the plaintext password is never transmitted, guessed, or even known by the attacker at any point. The primary and most devastating impact of pass-the-hash attacks lies in the unprecedented ease it provides for attackers to escalate privileges rapidly and move laterally undetected throughout the entire network. Such unchecked movement often culminates in severe consequences like massive data exfiltration, widespread system compromise, ransomware deployment, and ultimately complete domain dominance. To effectively defend against these pervasive PTH attacks, implementing robust mitigation strategies is absolutely crucial for any security-conscious organization. One of the most effective countermeasures is implementing multi-factor authentication everywhere possible, since possessing just a stolen hash alone will no longer suffice for gaining access. Additionally, enforcing strong, unique local administrator passwords on every system across the board prevents attackers from reusing a single compromised hash to unlock multiple machines effortlessly. Organizations should also prioritize regular patching and timely updating of all operating systems and applications to close known vulnerabilities that attackers commonly exploit for initial hash extraction. Strategic network segmentation further bolsters defenses by isolating critical assets into separate zones, thereby limiting an attacker's ability to perform lateral movement even after obtaining a valid hash. Finally, deploying advanced endpoint detection and response solutions enables security teams to proactively detect anomalous authentication patterns and suspicious behaviors indicative of PTH attacks in real time. In summary, thoroughly understanding pass-the-hash techniques and diligently applying these proven mitigation strategies is vital for every organization aiming to maintain a robust and resilient cybersecurity posture.